So between yesterday and today, the government has done a U-turn on this issue. Why has it done a U-turn? Kiren Rijiju, Minister of State for Home Affairs, will tell us more about that. But before I come to him, let me just introduce the panel. We have with us Rita Bahuguna Joshi representing the Congress, Nalin Kohli, the BJP, Mehboob Beg, the National Conference against it, Shahid Siddiqui, Chief Editor of Duniya, T. Siva is a Member of Parliament of the DMK, and Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party. So I have various strands of opinion. And please feel free to intervene as I put the first few questions to, if you're happy or not happy with what Mr. Rijuju's explanation is on behalf of the Narendra Modi government, please feel free to intervene. Mr. Rijiju, why did you do this if you had to do a U-turn? Today you are saying that this applies only to Hindi-speaking states. Now, you spoke twice yesterday and not once did you mention that this diktat applies only or is confined only to Hindi-speaking states. This circular, which I have a copy of, makes no mention of this directive being specific or limited to Hindi-speaking states. Does it? Can you show me any part of this government circular which spoke about this being limited to Hindi-speaking states, Mr. Rijiju?
Well, I have already stated today that this controversy is totally unwarranted. There was a circular on 10th of March, much before we came to the government.
Right.
There was a circular which is routine in nature.
Right.
The only thing they added was to use Hindi in social media like Facebook, Twitter and all purposes. That Hindi is to be given prominence because Hindi is an official language.
Right.
Now, the status of Hindi language as official was because of the act passed in 1963.
No, I know that. But please tell me, today you are saying... No, today you are saying that... this applies only to Hindi-speaking states. First of all, how are you going to limit social media like Facebook, Twitter, Google, YouTube, etc. to Hindi-speaking states? It's a universal language. These are not, if these have no geographical constraints on them, the social media.
See, I am minister in charge for official language. I will speak for what is there in my department and my ministry. So that is what I said. I am not in charge of Tamil language. Because if I am said as a home minister, if I prefer what language, my mother tongue is something different which is not recognized under the Constitution of India. Now there are 22 languages which are recognized under the Constitution of India under 8th schedule. Every language is equally important. It's just that I was taking a
but the fact, if that is the case, if that is the case, and we can get counters. If we can get any of our panelists want to, Rita Bahuguna Joshi wants to counter you. I just want to add one thing. The fact of the matter, Rita Bahuguna Joshi of the Congress wants to counter you. So Shahid Siddiqui, Ms. Joshi first.
I would like to remind you that you are the State Home Minister and you've been in charge of languages. Now you have read the history of language and linguistic clashes in this country. You know that since 1937, the issue of language is a very sensitive issue because it gets associated somewhere with ethnic identity, somewhere it gets associated with cultural identity. Sometimes it is also an Indo-Aryan language being imposed upon a Dravidian language. You want to create a divide between the North and the South? The framers of the Constitution knew what they were doing. And there are so many nations in the world who do not have a national language, who do not impose languages. Language is a medium of reaching out to the people.
I will take
Mr. Riju is countering. Mr. Riju is responding to Ms. Joshi.
Promises that you made to the people.
One second. One second. Let him respond to you now.
Now you want to divert sometimes 370, sometimes languages. What is this?
Arnab, how about me, Arnab? This is totally, I will not be able to discuss in such a situation where
I will answer also about the political points raised by Ms. Rita Bahuguna Joshi.
Let Mr. Rijiju put his point and we'll take a counter question. Yes, continue.
See, please try to understand things in correct perspective. I said on 30th of March 2014, The circular is 30th of March. Please remember this date. This is UPA government was in power.
No.
I have already circulated these copies to all the press also. The circular which has been discussed about is on 30th of March.
No.
Not when we
Just
were in
no,
the power.
Mr. Rijiju, कार्यालय ज्ञापन जो मेरे पास है वो तो 27th May का है. Yes, 1 minute, Mr. Shahid Siddiqui, I'm coming. Just Mr. Rijiju, let me complete.
No.
Let me complete. The BJP's message as you went around seeking votes. Mr. Rijiju, please, just give me a second, please. The BJP's message as you went around seeking votes ahead of the elections was inclusiveness and of taking everybody along. It spoke about more power to the states, making them equal stakeholders in the country's development. Now, the BJP's manifesto was replete with promises of developing and promoting all Indian languages, not just Hindi. Yet, we see now that you are trying to promote one language, 1 minute, at the expense of English. 1 minute. You are promoting Hindi at the expense of English, which the southern states insisted should be retained as a medium of communication on par with Hindi. So you are not treating all languages equally. Shahid Siddiqui wants to come in. Shahid Siddiqui.
Arnab, I also want to come in, please.
Arnab, it's hilarious. It's hilarious that these people are justifying the rail budget, rail hike, as well as these on what UPA was doing. Don't they have their own policies? Don't they have their own mind?
Exactly.
Secondly, they must understand that English today is not only a medium of communication within the country, it's a global language, and it has brought us to a position where we have been able to become a IT global power because of English. We have superiority on China and other countries because of our knowledge of English. So let's not get into this debate, let's not get into this unnecessary controversy. It's going to harm the nation. It harmed the nation in 60s. Again, it's going to harm the nation. So what are they trying to do? They are trying to be more loyal than the king. They are trying to be more loyal than the BJP and the Sangh Parivar. So unnecessarily they are creating problems for Narendra Modi.
No, my counter to this, and I'm coming to the NC, is Mr. Rijiju, just think of it. Even if you do not wish to apply the majority principle, the fact is that Hindi is spoken or understood by 45% of the country's population. So the remaining 55% of India's population do not understand or follow Hindi. Hindi speakers may be the largest linguistic group, but they are not the majority of the country. And you cannot have the Home Ministry saying that we will now promote Hindi at the expense of English.
Hello.
I mean, you should understand that coming from the Northeast.
I think the debate is completely misplaced. No. The debate is completely misplaced. This is not the way it should be taken into. I already said that Government of India promotes all languages equally. For us, it is equal. But it's just that
you may use you may use the platform. You may use the you may use the social media platform to promote and communicate in Hindi, but it should not be done at the expense of English, because it doesn't make sense that you.
Please give me 1 minute. Please give me 1 minute. No. This is not the way.
What is not the way?
You have to understand my point. We were sworn in as minister on 26 May. Please try to understand this.
No.
We were sworn in as minister on 26 May.
Yes.
The circular went on 27 May, where I even don't know that I was a union minister of
So
Home.
Somebody didn't know you were in power, Mr. Rijiju.
Please.
But you were in power, Mr. Rijiju.
Please try to... No.
Arnab,
No, 1 second. Mr. Rijiju is now saying I didn't even know that this was... So I didn't take authorship over it. Mehboob Beg is coming in. Gaurav Bhatia, I'm going to come to you. Mehboob Beg.
Yes. Arnab, that's what they are doing. Yesterday they spoke RSS language. Today they realize that it is a country, they are ruling a country which is diverse in nature. They cannot do it. They talked about economics, they talked about growth, they talked about development. Now they are talking about everything one region, one religion, one language. That cannot happen in a country as diverse as ours. And then
where did religion come in? Where did religion come in?
Hindi.
Why are you bringing in religion? Where did religion come in? Where did religion come in? Nalin Kohli countering you. Nalin Kohli of the BJP is countering you.
Coming on to this, yeah. I think Mr. Mehboob Beg has no right to bring religion in.
Nalin Kohli is rebutting you.
I mean, I think this is
Mr. Kohli is rebutting you, Mr. Mehboob Beg.
The debate you can do on the language issue if there's a confusion, but you certainly can't bring religion into this.
So why are you bringing religion into it? Why are you bringing
religion? Does Mr. Mehboob Beg have here a fundamental kind of attitude? Why is religion coming into this debate? I want to know. Are they trying to fight the forthcoming election on the basis of religion?
They are also playing to the gallery. Is Urdu.
They are also playing to the gallery.
How many languages you want me to speak in? And then you can't do it at the...
Nobody has asked you to move from your official language.
English.
You are, Mr. Mehboob Beg, you are trying to politicize an issue where there is no politics. You're doing it because you have no other politics to show.
So you have taken a U-turn now.
Certainly not. There is no U-turn here. This is a clarification because, no, this is a clarification and I'm bringing it here officially. This is a clarification by the government because y'all are making a political issue of a issue that isn't political. Government of India is for every Indian, as Prime Minister Modi has said it repeatedly. You cannot accuse us of trying to have one religion, one language, one thing fits all. We are talking of federalism. We are committed to it. This is your false allegation against us.
That in the parliament there will be simultaneous translation from Hindi to English and from English to Hindi.
It belongs to every one of us.
So for 10 years, what was the Congress party doing, Mrs. Bahuguna? Joshi, why are we making an issue of this?
The issue is being made.
No, a language is for communication.
No, it's not.
We all respect English is the official language. We respect the regional languages. Many people speak multiple languages in this country. Me included, you included. So why are we making an issue of a non-issue?
Because we are making. No, 1 minute. It's not being made an issue. Nalin Kohli, first correct yourself.
Make a quick point.
No, I'm coming to you, Gaurav Bhatia. First, I just want to tell Nalin Kohli, it's not being made an issue. If the Home Ministry of India has to do something, there are many internal security problems to look at. There is a lot of problems that they can fight. They should discuss how to handle the Maoist
I will answer
issue.
that.
They should. No, 1 minute, Mr. Kohli. I don't understand, Mr. Kohli.
Mr. Goswami,
no, Mr. Kohli, please. I just take 1 second. I don't understand, Mr. Kohli.
No,
why the first thing? Why the first thing?
About the languages.
Mr. Kohli, we do not believe in the business of linguistic supremacy. I am asking you one thing. How is it that the first thing, Gaurav Bhatia, the first thing that the government does is to emphasize the importance of Hindi, that also on the social media? I mean, is there nothing else to do in the Home Ministry? This is the most important thing.
Arnab,
no, and Mr. Rijiju is now distancing himself from it by saying, I didn't even know that I was a minister on the 27th of May.
Arnab.
Yes, Gaurav.
I think he's talking about routine government work taking place.
Is there nothing else to do?
Wash his hands of something.
No, Gaurav.
The sudden change in
Mr. Rijiju, as the Minister of State for Home, obviously is going to be looking at the ministry and the big issues. This is a routine thing that may have happened because the circular was made on the 27th of March.
Nalinji, I just want to make my point.
Please.
Yeah. I just want to emphasize on a few provisions that we have not been discussing so far. Arnab, I am talking about the constitution and the haphazard manner and the way the BJP has taken a U-turn is because of lack of understanding of the constitutional provision. It is correct that the constitution says that the official language is Hindi and it should be promoted, and no Indian can have a problem with that. But the constitution also talks about recognizing regional languages as official languages. And when the BJP talks about using Hindi to the exclusion of regional languages, I think the problem comes in because there is prevalent use of local official languages which are the regional languages, and therefore the BJP should understand these regional sensitivities. They should have taken the regional leaders on board also and then taken such a decision.
I'd like to answer this.
If they had read Article 343 and 346, 346 specifically talks about the state deciding to adopt a regional language as an
Party is more opposed to English.
I think
it has always been opposed to English.
Just a moment. Samajwadi Party talking about the constitution. So boys will be boys.
Why send them to English?
Therefore rape accused.
You have kept kept Uttar Pradesh backward because of
What
that.
kind of a joke are we making this
If the government of India wants to promote all languages and all official languages, if the government of India wants to promote all languages and all official languages, then I don't think it will take a lot of time if it wants to knit together the people of this country and it wants to bring people together. Then what the government can do is it can set up a unit in which messages of the government can be sent out on social media in all the languages of the country. It can be done on a simple software.
Good suggestion.
I am only, good suggestion, but I am asking today why only Hindi?
Modi himself.
But why only Hindi?
In all the languages.
So Mr. Siddiqui, if the government wants to send information, I am coming to
If Mr. Modi can do it, why not his government?
I am asking today, if you want to send out messages, if the PMO wants to send out messages in all languages, then you can send out messages in Tamil. You can send out messages in Assamese, in Bengali, in Gujarati, send it in all messages. Why are you only bringing Hindi in?
Central government is expected to do.
No, one second. Mr. Siva of the DMK, I'd like to get you in. Mr. Siva, what really is your complaint with what the government is trying to do? Where is your stand?
See, first of all, this Modi government should realize that they are ruling a country which is diverse in culture, lingual and regional. And the attempt which has been made by the Ministry of Home Affairs now amounts to imposing of Hindi. They should recall the assurance given by the late Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on the floor of the Parliament that Hindi will not be imposed on the non-Hindi speaking people as and when they wish. Moreover, Dr. Abdul Kalam, when he was the President, in his President address, has also very clearly said that the government will consider of declaring all the regional languages in the 8th schedule of the Constitution to be official languages of the Union. The DMK has been insisting it for quite a long time, and in 2013 in Rajya Sabha I have moved a private member bill urging the government to amend the Official Languages Act to declare all the 22 languages in the 8th schedule to be the official languages of the Union. Whereas the attempt which has been made by this government is breaking up an issue which is very, very sensitive. We are happy in one way. The voice which was once heard from the south only is now echoing from all parts of this country. So they should realize that they are opening a Pandora's box which will create a very, very bad situation.
Think about that,
in the coming days.
Yes.
Why are you opening this can of worms? Why are you doing this? Is the NDA ignorant of our history? The rise of Mr. Siva's party, the DMK, the rise of the DMK is attributable in large parts to attempt to impose Hindi on the non-Hindi speaking population of India. Language was the basis for the reorganization of several Indian states. Language is a sensitive issue, Mr. Kohli.
Arnab,
sensitive issue in India.
65 years ago.
Don't do these things in a hurry.
That is why you
So don't do these things in a hurry.
the Government of India's clarification, so that is why you.
So why did you do this one day after? One day after you walk into the ministry.
A lot is being said about the circular that was released. Let me say this: the current government, the current government has the power not to issue that circular.
From their
decision
agenda.
was taken by the government. That could have been revoked by this government.
Sir, I just am taking a very
They're creating a debate which is wholly unnecessary.
So I'm taking a very short break, a 1-minute break. But I just want the BJP to think tonight. In 1967, the Congress party got routed in Tamil Nadu, and the DMK raced to power. It was on the basis of these anti-Hindi protests. Hindi imperialism should not be done. I'll take a short break. I'm coming back on the other side. Debate continues. In fact, I'm told the Central Minister wants to come back for a clarification. Back in 60 seconds on the Newshour.